Howdy doody gamers. Today I will be reviewing the open beta for Multiversus, the free-to-play fighting game from Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games. This game stands out for numerous reasons when you compare it to other fighting games on the market. In terms of features, a dedicated 2v2 mode with decent online play and a roster as ridiculous as this are definitely the main selling points. And you know what? This game has quite a bit to offer for being in beta. There are 16 unique characters, each with their own passives, attacks, and special moves. There's a handful of stages to select from, all with surprisingly good music. Note that some characters will start locked for online play, and you'll need to play a handful of matches to accrue gold in order to unlock those characters for free. You can also buy a character for premium currency, but we're going to talk about microtransactions more later in the video. This game is honestly kind of generous about giving you gold very early on, but that pipeline dries up quite quickly. My advice to you is to just try out the characters that you think you might like in the lab, see which one is the most fun, and save up for them so you can just start playing them right away. I have to give credit where credit is due while we're here, because the lab is very feature rich. It has features that I appreciate, such as the ability to instantly swap to any character of your choice, instant cooldown toggle, map change from the pause menu, as well as every perk being unlocked so you can truly experiment with every character. There are also in-depth tutorials for each and every mechanic of the game, as well as a glossary to help you understand these mechanics on a deeper level. Learning the basics of the game has honestly never been easier. If you're trying to get some games in, you can press the play button, pick a character, and go for 1v1s, 2v2s, or free-for-all. You can also queue up for multiple game modes at once, which is something that I did not expect, but I genuinely appreciate. You can make your own custom game lobbies to set up a casual match or a, I suppose, high-stakes 1v1 with your friends. These custom lobbies don't seem to have any effect on your daily mission progress for gold or battle pass XP, even though matches against bots definitely do. So, something to keep in mind. The 2v2 battle mode is the primary focus of the video game, as a lot of characters have moves that directly interact with your teammate. You can also get more XP and rewards for queuing with a friend, which definitely is not Pyramid Scheme adjacent. The 2v2 design philosophy lets some of the characters honestly get pretty wacky, because characters in Multiverses aren't just characters, they're given specific roles in combat. Those roles are Bruiser, Tank, Support, Assassin, and Mage. Bruisers are your all-rounders that feel like balanced members of the cast. Tanks have big armored moves and potentially have buffs for their teammate or elements to synergize with your teammate. Supports offer a host of unique moves to buff allies, debuff enemies, or just have unique mechanics that directly interact with your own teammate. Assassins deal the most damage and get ring outs quite quickly, but also take more damage from any source. Mages are best at controlling the screen with either unorthodox moves or projectiles. And these classes remind me of archetypes in League of Legends or roles in Valorant. They help you understand the character's playstyle without even having to play the character yourself. Maybe it's just because I've been playing video games my entire life, but as soon as Wonder Woman was identified as a tank, I thought to myself, oh, she's going to have a big shield bash. Sure enough, she did. So that is the game. That is Multiversus. But how does the game actually play? This game plays very unlike any platform fighter that I have ever played before, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's different, and I want to talk about it as in depth as I can. I'll be using Smash as a primary example for how things are just a bit different in Multiverses, because that's what I have the most experience with. In Smash games, your grounded attacks are typically some kind of jab, forward tilt, up tilt, down tilt, a dash attack, forward smash, up smash, and down smash. In Multiverses, you have the 4 grounded attacks: neutral attack, forward attack, down attack, and up attack. Depending on the character, you can charge these attacks to deal extra damage and knockback. In Smash games, if you perform an aerial attack and land on the ground during the attack, the hitbox for the attack is cancelled and you experience landing lag. In Multiversus, performing an aerial attack and falling towards the ground will cause the aerial attack to linger until the hitbox actually comes out. And then only once the animation is completely finished will your character land on the ground without any landing lag. You can get some interesting combos by just getting used to this system because landing allows you to do any of your grounded attacks pretty much immediately. So while this game is decidedly a platform fighter like Smash, this game is also just very different. Multiversus just very much feels like its own game in terms of combat. Let's talk about defense for a bit. In most Smash games, you can shield, air dodge, spot dodge, roll, jump, and double jump. Some characters might have more jumps, and that's fine. If you're trying to recover, you'll also have an up special. In Multiversus, you have an invincible dash that acts like a dodge, which can be performed twice in the air, kind of like an air dash, a jump, and a double jump. If you're trying to recover, you also have up to 2 up specials that you can use before touching the ground. And any of these air options can be used in any order, making it so everyone has the tools to get back to stage as long as you're not intercepted. What's also interesting is if you touch the walls of the stage when you're trying to recover, you will refresh all of your air options. They all come back as soon as you touch the stage. So it creates kind of like this mini game to try to intercept them before they refresh all of their tools. A key difference with defense in Multiversus is that there is no option to shield yourself, with the exception from Steven from Steven Universe. Some characters will have armored moves, which allows you to tank a hit or two before getting knocked back, but every character I've tried also has an armor piercing move in their kit to counteract hiding behind armor. Special moves are interesting in Multiversus because their effects can vary whether you're in the air or on the ground. Some have cooldowns and most are completely unique to each character. These moves are truly what makes the characters shine. The last mechanic I would like to talk about in Multiversus is the attack decay, which causes moves that are used too frequently in succession to deal less damage and hit stun. An attack will suffer decay if it is hit 4 or more times within the last 7 hits. Beyond that, hitting the same attack will make decay even more potent. This is meant to encourage you to use a variety of moves, but due to my own personal playstyle, I could not avoid interacting with this mechanic. I just need to mix up my moves more. Sometimes I felt that forward air was just the best option 7 times in a row. And at some point, it's not because of attack decay. So that's something I just need to get used to. And you know what? It's pretty fun, but also weirdly janky in a way that I'm actually cool with. Doing air attacks pretty frequently seems like a go-to strategy because they can be chained into the grounded attacks for big damage. And what makes the game fun for me is honestly just the chaotic character design that fulfills the fantasy of playing as that character. So for me, yeah, I'm having a great time. And now that we've talked about what the game is and what the game is like, I want to get into the nitty-gritty. This game is free to play, and because of this, there are multiple currencies that are used within the game. It's just the standard now. That's what we have to deal with. The first one I want to bring up is gold. Gold you get for completing matches, doing starter missions, and you also get gold for leveling up your account. You need anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 gold in order to unlock a character. So if you want the entire roster available for online play, you have some grinding ahead of you. And if you don't want to do any grinding, you can just purchase the premium currency, Gleamium, and unlock characters that way. Each character is 700 Gleamium, and with a brand new account, there's about 11 characters to unlock at time of writing. Oh boy, it's going to get bigger. That number is just going to go up, huh? Speaking of grinding, let's talk about perks, because each character has their own set of level up rewards, including perks which numerically buff different mechanics for yourself or your team. Characters only have so many perks available to them during their level ups, so if you want a perk from another character, you'll have to use gold to acquire that perk for that character. Huh, okay. But hear me out. If you already have the character unlocked, then that perk is cheaper to acquire. You can also just share your partner's perks once you reach a certain level with pretty much any character. So the perk training via gold feels a bit arbitrary when you're encouraged to just team up with somebody and snag their perks. I feel like some of the perks provide benefits that are directly very strong, while others feel situational, or I am just completely dumbfounded about their effectiveness. For instance, Wonder Woman gains the perk Kryptonian Skin, which doesn't make any sense, but that's fine, which decreases the damage she takes by 4%. That is definitely improvement. If I was in an MMO, I think a 4% damage reduction would be something, a buff I'd want to slap on myself for sure. However, what is 4% of a 7 damage attack? And like, how does this perk work essentially? For every 100 damage that someone else would take, would Wonder Woman just take 96? I'm just very unclear about the effectiveness of this one. I want to talk about the final currency, which is toasts. And if you play with or against someone, you can give them a toast, a little piece of toast, which gives that player 20 gold. Once you give another player a toast, you use up that toast, and you'll need to earn more toasts or buy them in packs of 10 for 350 gold. And what drives me crazy about these things is that if you don't have any toasts and somebody toasts you, the game prompts you to buy more, which I find really annoying. Getting toasted benefits me, and not being able to toast back activates my people-pleasing neurons, and I feel bad. So the buy more feels like it's scummy and manipulative, and it's trying to kick me while I'm already feeling bad about myself. So I don't like the toasts. Finally, I'd like to talk about the settings, because I think this game has some of the best settings I've ever seen in a fighting game in forever. There's different outline colors for the different people, different UI options, complete controller customization, just everything I've come to expect from modern video games, but in a fighting game, which is rare. So please keep it up. I love this. I love this stuff. In summary, this game has a lot to offer, and if you enjoy the gameplay, there's a lot of things to unlock. I think long term, the main thing to look forward to for this game is the roster and who is going to be added next. On the 26th, they'll be adding LeBron James, which starts the open beta, and the possible list of characters that could be added is incredibly staggering. So who knows what kind of future is in mind for this game. I rate Multiversus open beta a 3 out of 5. I think this game has quite a bit to offer, but has more microtransactions and currencies that I personally enjoy. It's free and fun, so I feel like it's going to be worth it no matter what time you want to put into it. My name is Tuna Maguna, and next time we're going to Tatsumaki a turkey. The cat's trying to get in. Oh, you are. I knew it. I knew it. I'm recording, baby girl. Yeah, I'm recording. You want in or out? You can't have both. Okay. Okay. That's fair. I didn't completely shut my door. That's on me.